All right, guys, so we are going to put some rounds through this thing. Let's talk about the build first. We've got the Aimpoint Micro T2, my favorite optic. We're on the Unity Fasterizer. This is a full size, the first one they released, the Velos LBP. I got it on the ASR. I know a lot of guys don't like them. I don't mind it. Some kind of hand stop. I don't fucking remember where I bought that from. Yeah, so we got the T2. And again, this upper is factory minus the charging handle is the Daniel Defense charging handle. We've got a MOE stock, cheek riser, MOE grip, and then this is on an SR15 lower with the white Springco buffer and the 21057 part number, whatever the fuck alphabet soup Knights calls the buffer. I think it's the 2H. It's between a H2 and H3. So yeah, let's get some rounds through this thing. Yeah, so this can gets really, really fucking hot after like 2 bullets. Like you literally shoot 2 rounds through the thing, and yeah, it's it gets really fucking hot. So I don't recommend dumping water on your suppressors. Don't do that. Guys do it all the time. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't recommend doing that. The you know, the way that these cans are made, they're designed to cool down on their own, not have a rapid, uneven cool down distribution of cooling due to the water. Again, I know a lot of guys, you hit me with your opinions on that. I just don't think it's a good idea. That's just my take on it. Anyways, this gun shoots really good. The tone of the can, I know it doesn't translate well over camera, over the iPhone camera, but honestly, I really like the tone of this suppressor. It's a great can. I've got at least a few thousand rounds through the suppressor at this point. If I had to guess, between 4 and 5. And it runs really, really well. So yeah, let's get some more of this mag through this, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Again, really, really smooth shooting gun. It is a little bit gassy. It's not the least gassy upper I've shot. So yeah. Honestly, for a little under 300 bucks, great upper. Can't complain. The rail does not heat up that quick for being so thin. Yeah, I like it, man. Very affordable. Most dudes out there, you know, you can buy a PSA lower, PSA upper. You don't have to buy a suppressor, but I do recommend it. You can get some pretty affordable suppressors these days, especially with the $200 extortion fee not being a thing anymore. Obviously, the registration's really dumb, but that is what it is. But at least you don't have to pay the 200 bucks. So yeah, entry point into getting an AR is not that bad, guys. You can get a lower. I think you could get a complete AR from PSA for under 500 bucks. Cheaper than a Glock, factory Glock. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, this is gassy. I don't have any kind of gas reducing, gas busting charging handle. I think the Daniel Defense is supposed to be. I'll be honest, guys, I don't think the Daniel Defense charging handle's all that special. I do like that it's ambi. It's a nice charging handle, but when you're running suppressed, it is gassy. I'm going to overall just say the upper is pretty gassy. I didn't really expect anything fancy for 280 bucks. But yeah, we'll finish this mag, get a few more through it. There's the rest of that mag. This is like a 20 rounder in here, so we're going to dump this. And keep shooting it. I will say this trigger feels amazing, guys. Geisley, best triggers in the game. I ran mil-spec triggers for my whole life, and this is the first like upgraded trigger I've ever done, and I've been shooting ARs for a long time. So that's a travesty in its own right. Didn't know what I was missing, which I guess is in hindsight a good thing. But yeah, love the Geisley SSAE. I know a lot of guys ask me why I didn't get the flat trigger version of it. I love flat triggers. I just grew up on the bow. So that's kind of always what I'm going to run. I don't have any issues with the bow. Maybe on the Mark 18, we'll throw in the flat version of the SSAE. But yeah, can't say enough good things. They call it a candy cane break on the trigger, and that's really fucking accurate. So probably turn the brightness down to 1 setting below. Love the T2, great optic. Yep, it's a good upper, guys. It is very fucking gassy though. I think since we've gotten here, I'm breathing in more toxic fumes than air. So yeah, very, very gassy upper. Not the most gassy, but it's definitely not the best. So might need a glove if this rail is pretty fucking hot. So no issues though. Runs pretty good. Put another mag through her. This isn't going to be the longest video. I don't have an editor. So we're just going to kind of solo that until things progress, if they even do. Also don't have any sponsors, so everything we're going to do videos on is 100% purchased by me. So probably should have put that at the beginning of the video. I am not sponsored by any of these companies. Would be cool if that ever happens. I'll be sure to disclose that at the beginning of any video. But yeah, anything we shoot is going to be 100% bought by myself. So yeah, man. But I do like this upper. Really cool how cheap it is. That thing's fucking hot. I'm gonna get a glove on. These mechanics gloves are pretty cheap. You buy them on Amazon. I do recommend you know, carrying these in your range bag. You know, everything seems to be just shifted over to M-LOK. I prefer it over quad rails. Love the drip of the quad rail, but these are cool too because you can kind of use your phone, you know, with the fingertips. But it's nice when the rail gets really hot. I do have this kind of camo form over the rail. You can see the rail's really thin. It gets really fucking hot, man. So gloves are nice. You just kind of keep shooting. Oh. So yeah, guys, that is the PSA 11.5 HEX Upper. Woo! Woohoo! I don't know if you guys can see, but oh yeah, baby, she is fucking smoking. Woo! Yeah, that's why we bring the gloves out. Yeah, man, this thing gets hot. It is a very thin rail. Overall, I like it. Again, that's my one complaint. It is very fucking gassy. You know, it's pretty cool though. Again, under 300 bucks, man. I think I paid 280 bucks for this thing. You know, really can't complain at that price point. Just as a reference, the Mark 18 upper was $11.50. I think I got it off Euro Optic. Great site, by the way. That's where I got this T2 as well. Got it to me within 48 hours. It shipped to my front door, so that was pretty cool. Next day air saver, you know, at no cost shipping. So that was really cool. Shout out to Euro Optic. NS Armory, shout out to those guys for guaranteeing me one of their first shipments of KS3 uppers. Hasn't come in yet. We'll do a video on that. Shout out to Freedom Trading Co. I believe they're in Reno or Vegas. I think they're in Vegas. I'm not too far from Vegas. Shout out to those guys. Really awesome dudes. Highly recommend any of those companies there. They got me this lower. They don't make them anymore, so pretty stoked about that. Once the KS3 gets here, I'll have a full Knights gun, which is, you know, that was going to drive me nuts. Doesn't really matter as long as I recommend using their buffer for sure, regardless of what lower you put a SR15 or, you know, Knights upper on. But yeah, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. If there's anything you guys want to see in particular, we'll probably just go through my collection and just do videos on everything I've got. I wanted to take the PSA out because it's such a cool upper. It just in the price point alone is just makes me like it that much more. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in. You know, we're going to do some more videos, as time goes on. And yeah, we're going to just kind of go from there, but, yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you have a great weekend and, stay safe out there.